Okay. If we're online, all right, we'll run through pre-council. Several things, but we'll be efficient as usual. All right, let's see. Mr. Walker on the pledge, Mr. Holt on the minutes, Councilor Tanner on the bills. We have some great news, as I mentioned to y'all in the when I sent out the agenda. Matter of fact, at that time, we had not been able to certify service to the owner of 7306 Highway 75. We have been able to certify service as of today. They had actually moved from the spot. To make a long story short, so the process tonight is I'll open the hearing just as I would have. I don't think there'll be anyone speak. I'll recognize Chris to come and tell y'all what happened today. Someone representing the owner came. They are more than willing to cooperate, demolish, renovate after their meeting with Hal, whatever. In any case, after that time, I will entertain a motion to continue the hearing until May 21st. So that will be, and that will satisfy all of our continued legal process on that property. All right, we'll talk about City Fest. I don't know if we can get these shirts on over our. Maybe I can hold one up. We're working towards movies in May. I don't have the titles. We'll work on that.
I'll announce the first one.
Okay.
And working on getting business host.
Yes, I've been in touch with. I always forget the company. Who's the licensing? Swank. So yes, we'll get with that.
I've
Okay.
got 2 movies covered by local groups, but I'm working
All
on
right,
one.
great. We're very busy at the ballpark. We had a great opening day. I deferred the first pitch to the more capable Councilor Tanner. Any of y'all seen the cartoon where how? Well,
It was not bad.
no, she did great. Mine would have been like that Big Bang episode where Howard builds the robot and everybody's booing, you know. So, at any rate, great day. Tournaments are going well. So, gosh, I don't know how many kids they had. It seemed there was thousands of kids. I don't know. I'm being silly, but there was a bunch. Had a great team. So that's going well. I think I put it in your packet. May the 2nd. The new dog groomer, yes, on Main Street is organizing a car show and some hot dogs out of prices with, in conjunction with trade days. So there's a little flyer about that. The fence repair, I put the 2 quotes that I have, and we need a little bit more. He didn't separate the bids that I could get to y'all, but as you know, we had 120 feet damaged at the Rock School. We had 115 feet damaged on the Lane Street side of Bicentennial, and in addition, and those 2 come up to $6,360. In addition, we really need some more coverage going down Lane Street. But we need to look at a spot where we can put a gate that will allow the Christmas parade people to get out. So what I would like to ask for is maybe if y'all would approve, let's say $10,000. That would cover the 2 quotes plus some further securing work that Eric and I would settle on. Is that agreeable?
Which part is Lane Street? Is that the one that's on the back
Uh-huh.
side? Okay, where the houses start.
Correct. Yes,
Yes,
there's
we absolutely need more fencing there.
okay. All right, then I'll put you down for that, Tracy. Great job.
All right, cover.
All right, and then just as a first reading, some of y'all had mentioned signage, and just to start the discussion ball rolling, I reached out to Reliable Sign, who gave the rendering that's in your packet. One logical spot would be what we call the McGuffey Triangle, because our limit will not move in that direction, and we have some fee simple property with electricity. So a rendering that he just gave, just for budget purposes, that, one like that would be about $30,000. Huh?
I like that.
The second most
great,
logical,
yeah.
huh?
That looks really good.
I think so too. The second most logical spot would be as you come in on 75, take this the way I mean it, the Dawn's Fruit Stand corner is about 70% floodplain, flood hazard. And there might be a sliver, but it would really limit us. Now, if we go across the street, that is 500-year flood, not 100-year flood. So the corner north of the fruit stand is, I'll call it wide open, if you will. So, and we could have, for example, Welcome to Pinson on one side, then maybe, and then maybe a little trailer, Bicentennial Park underneath, something on the back, join us, visit us again with Bicentennial Park and an arrow. But that's,
You're
anyway.
talking about, but in this format, sort
Yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
To
So
be consistent.
if y'all like that concept and that location,
Do you know what the dimensions are?
Yeah, there's a little man there, man is tall.
yes,
Yes.
that's like, I don't know if I have the exact dimensions, yes, but that is
I'm just curious how.
a very
how long
large
it is.
monument sign. I can get the dimensions. But if y'all like that general concept, if there's just a motion requesting that I pursue formal bid or something, I can, however y'all want to, yeah, Dawn?
Hold off one second. Okay, are we talking about putting one there at McGuffey or off of Bicentennial, or doing something? I mean, I think we need to have something at McGuffey,
Uh-huh.
and I think we need to have something maybe not as formal or as massive, maybe
Okay.
is the word. We need one at Bicentennial Park.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, y'all like the general look and concept. Okay, let me go back to them then and get,
Which
Like
this is
that-
10 feet tall, is what it
Wait,
is.
I just want to know what the dimensions
Okay.
are. Instead of,
I mean,
where it's not, doesn't
When
look
you say that-
ridiculous.
maybe
Yes.
8 feet.
I would think that's 8 or 9.
But what if that's Hoyt's picture right there?
Well, that's
Well,
true,
that's
that's
true.
true.
That's hard.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do then. I will go back, since we're, I think, headed in the same
Yeah,
direction. Let's call it, I'll use let's just say this sign is 15 feet. I'll get a quote on, let's say, a 12-foot, but then maybe a 16-foot at Bicentennial, and get a quote on both of them at the same time. Is
That's
that
fine.
kind of
Sounds
what?
good.
Okay, I'll be glad to do
And
that.
that's what stacks down, because I like that.
Yes,
That's-
yes,
like
that
the
picks up kind of
continuation,
our
right.
rockish history, so to speak. Okay,
And something too, and this is just a side note on signage, we need to have something coming in from Rim Lab. Nothing like this, because we don't know if our lines are gonna move, but something that says welcome to Pinson or something like
Okay.
that.
Just a sign.
And on the 79 side coming
little
in from
green
Locust
sign.
Fork.
Yeah.
Yeah, something,
Yeah.
and even from Centerpoint.
yeah,
Mr. Mayor,
Mm-hmm.
point of order. The McGuffey property is the Sweeney Hollow Triangle.
Yes.
For
Oh,
you
I'm
that
sorry.
do not know, so if you would prefer, we would prefer you would refer to it as the location instead of the names of the previous owners.
Okay.
So,
thank you.
And make sure we put it out of the way of the cars that are in that ditch all the time.
well,
Yeah, I wish you'd cut that out.
that's a really good spot. There's
Okay.
plenty of room in that place.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, I'm sorry, the Sweeney, I'll call that the Sweeney
I
Triangle.
guess because Mr. Mayor went to school with the owner's
Well,
son.
you started it,
and-
right, yeah,
Yes.
so,
So you talking about
yeah, I'll call that the Sweeney Triangle. So, anyway, okay, I will go back, if y'all like the general
Yes,
concept.
yes, yes. I
Get
think
some
that's good.
updated prices, say on a smaller one there and a larger one.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Would you,
I think this style would be more appropriate in places like on
Okay.
75 where our borders are more set, and even on 79 where our borders are more set
Okay.
than this place. I like this, even if we put one there, but
I think.
I think it
for
needs
sure,
to
yeah.
be a smaller
okay,
version.
sure, all right, well, like I said, this was just
We
to,
can step further down on that point.
oh, yeah, well, yeah, all this is just,
I know.
just
Well, what
to
do you see my rendering?
start
across
the
street?
discussion. Okay. I'll just mention that then during the meeting, that I've gotten some input from y'all, and I'm gonna work towards some further information. All right, the next thing in your packet is the trash update. I hadn't gotten my mail yet.
I got it in
Okay.
my car today.
All right, so y'all should get this.
Oh, yeah, I got mine.
I have posted it to Facebook, and a couple of residents have already thanked me for the partial reduction, so I'm assuming that will hit the bills, but I'll mention
Mine
it
was
so everybody.
71.
Huh?
The one I got was 71.
Okay,
mine
then
was 60.
next, great,
Next
okay,
one
that's
will
what,
be regular.
yeah, then it'll be 57 or whatever.
Is it 50, I thought it was 54, is it 57?
I think it's
I think it's 57,
5623 or something like that, but in that, you're in that range. So, okay, thank you for that confirmation. All right, just a reminder about household waste. All the things, the closest one to us is at Gardendale. And we have farmer's market tomorrow. Now, that, I believe all of the fresh produce that we have are strawberries and maybe a couple other things, but there will be some other local vendors, with various home products, so that starts tomorrow.
There's also some additions, he said, that weren't here before.
Oh,
that
okay.
There's gonna be other vendors there.
Oh, wonderful. And of course, when the crops really come in, that'll be even more. So excited about that. All right, Counselor Holt is going to put, we talked about that last time. This would, you see the maps, this would put some solar lights at Palmerdale and add to on what I call the upper parking at Bicentennial. And that would be, 28,166. So Counselor Holt has told me he would like to put that forward. And Counselor Sims on an annexation. And the next item, is a new item. As some of you know, Class Tran, we have been giving them, for several years, $500. That is certainly a service that our elderly depend on for transport to doctors and stores and other things. So would someone like to propose that we approve that?
I will.
All right, that'll be Walker and then Thompson. If I could spell tonight, okay? And let's see, is Allison here? She might want to talk about,
She's coming.
she's coming. I
Yes.
think she wants to talk about some library things. Chris will probably cover you during the hearing piece. Hal, if he has any, oh, you got a couple things? Okay, all right. So we'll take all of our department heads, then comment, and then Mr. Walker will end us unless y'all have something else. All right, well, very good. We'll convene in 15 minutes. If you'll stand with me for the invocation, that'll be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Join with me this evening. Lord, we thank you so much for our city and the resources and the beauty that you have entrusted to us. We pray for our first responders, and we pray for a world situation. We pray for those in harm's way, protecting freedom throughout the world tonight. Give us your wisdom as always. In your name we pray. Amen. Counselor Walker.
Attention, salute, pledge.
Thank you. May be seated. Madam Clerk, can we have the roll call?
Yes. Counselor Thompson?
Here.
Counselor Walker?
Here.
Counselor Tanner?
Here.
Counselor Sims?
Here.
Counselor Holt?
Here.
Mayor Sanders?
Here. Let's see, is there a motion concerning the minutes of April 2nd?
Yes, I'd like to offer a motion to waive the reading and approve the minutes from our April the 2nd meeting.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. And that passes unanimously. And we do have a special guest that has asked to come and interrupt our regular broadcast. So I'll suspend and recognize Mr. Adams. Would you, Chris, would you make sure the mic is set? Wanted to address us briefly before he gets to his next stop. Make sure it's on for me.
So you need to do that, Chris.
Make sure your lunchroom trays are put away. Oh, I'm sorry, that's
Yeah,
another.
yeah, I was good at that.
Okay.
It's been on my heart, and any of y'all that don't know me, I'm Coach Willie Adams. Most everybody does anyway. But last year at the August the 9th at the Rock School reunion, I had my book signed. And I don't remember who it was asked me, will you bless the food today? I said, I'd be glad to. So somebody comes and gets me and lead me to the gym. Mr. Sanders, no, there was already a group on the stage, so they escort my son and I up there. And at this point, I'm gonna tell you one thing y'all need to do. Put some handrails on them stupid skinny chairs. Because if my son hadn't helped me, I'd have fell down.
I'm sorry, we got a lift. We could have
Well, you should have
lifted
brought
you
that
up.
thing.
I'll use you up.
But anyway, Hoyt was over there reading off all this. I didn't have my hearing aids in, so I wasn't hearing very much of the conversation. And as a result, he comes over and he hands me a plaque. And so I go on up and just bless the food. Well, on the way back, my oldest son, Anthony's walking with me, and he said, Dad, that's quite a deal today. I said, what are you talking about, son? Well, you know, the city named August the 9th, 2025, Willie Adams Day. Well, I felt like a blooming idiot. I mean, you didn't do, that was a real sorry way of accepting something of that magnitude. And so it's been on my heart. I'd talked to Dawn and whatnot, and that was just, I don't know. I want to thank the council and the whole city because it was quite an honor, and I did a poor job of recognizing that, being deaf and whatnot. So I made the trip here to make sure I got that straight. Thank you for your time.
Sure, no offense at all taken. Let's give Willie a round. Some of y'all started it, so no problem at all. We had to sort of keep it a surprise to make sure you'd get up on stage with us. So anyway, okay, all right. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
The rules are reinstated. Counselor Tanner.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to pay the bills in the amount of $142,712.93.
Second.
Second.
By, I'm gonna say Sims by nose. Discussion. Dawn, I didn't see any really unusual. We had the sheriffs, but other than that, a lot of routine items. Further discussion? In favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And that's unanimous. All right, let's see here. Let me open a public hearing concerning 7306 Highway 75. I will ask if there are any comments, otherwise I will recognize Mr. Sherritt. All right, Chris, if you will give us an update, and then I will take the appropriate motion and we'll go from there.
We have a home at 7306 Highway 75. Most of you have seen it, I'm sure. Over the last, 4 years, they've worked on it a little and quit, and worked on it a little and quit, and now it's horrible. It's a dangerous structure. It's falling in. We started the process on the dangerous structure with this building, and by law, they have to be notified, or we need to make every effort that we possibly can to notify somebody before we trample on their property and tear a house down. We hadn't been able to communicate with the people. Nobody's at the home. The address for the tax records over on Red Hollow Road, they don't live there anymore. And me and the mayor were actually in conversation with the Shane attorney, and that we needed to postpone this because we haven't been able to notify them. Well, a representative from the family, I believe it was her daughter, came up here today, and she had went by and pulled mail out of the mailbox and found the things yesterday, and went by the house where we'd posted the house, and came by here and wanted to know, what was going on, and we explained it to her. We actually told her that they needed to be back by May the 14th to report to us, so we can report to you guys by May the 21st. They either want to try to remodel the home, which it probably can be remodeled. I don't know if it's worth it in the cost. But they're either going to remodel it or they're going to tear it down. And she's going to call, and me and Hal are going to meet them out there, and Hal's going to explain to them everything they need to do to bring the building up to code when they remodel it, and let them try to make a decision on what they want to do. But they said either way, they would take care of it. If it needed to be torn down, they would tear it down.
Yeah, so as Chris mentioned, part of these processes are the element of due process. So now Chris and I can affirm that the notice and service has been affected, but to give them every opportunity to comply, it would be in order for us to have a motion to continue this hearing until May 21st.
I'll offer that.
Offered by Tanner, second.
Second.
By Walker, discussion. Okay, great news, Mr. Sherritt. That was really opportune today. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed, no? All right, so let the record reflect that the hearing is continued until May 21st to give the owners the necessary time after confirmed notice, and I'll get you the wording that needs to go in there, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Chris. Anything else? Yeah, go ahead and tell us what else. Since you're there, I wouldn't want you to walk all that
That's
distance,
no need in it. From about mid-January to today, this is where we're at, but we're going to call this through April. So far this year, we've had 7 annexations. 5 of those have been due to garbage service. We've sent out 72 annexation letters to people. We've had 19 complaints. 7 of those are still open, but 4 are dangerous structures. One of the dangerous structures was the one from tonight. 2 have been started with first notifications and the home inspection, the checklist that we send to the lawyers. One of them was started today with the first letter to the property owner from us. We've had 4 zoning cases, one of them being a fairly big one. We've done 29 assessments, countless phone calls concerning zoning and ordinances, and countless trips with the mayor looking at things. It's been pretty busy, but it hadn't been too bad the last 4 months. We have been busy sending out letters of annexation. A couple of those have came about. Most so far have not. We've been working on of course, I know we're working on some ordinances pertaining to some property. Anybody got any questions?
Been busy the last few weeks, yes.
I will say that, for those that it's hard, we've had several people I know to reach out to multiple, and they also call City Hall, with issues with neighbors and that type of thing. And if you are not annexed into the city of Pinson, it's hard for the city to address those issues. It's so important that if you are in an area, then you've got property around you that's annexed independence, that you take that opportunity to do so, because the mayor and I actually visited somebody who are having issues, and unfortunately they're not independents, and it's very hard, for us to help them.
Well, there are things we can do, certain things that we can do on properties that are in the police jurisdiction, but it's not
Very,
as
very
simple.
limited, very
It's
limited.
not as simple. It is limited, and it's fairly costly. It's basically a lawsuit. And it would be a lot easier if everybody were in the city for us to deal with those. And we have quite a few of those.
Okay. Thank you, Chris. All right, so let's see, that was unanimous in the record, correct?
Yep.
All right. All right, City Fest is May 25th. You can see my shirt. Dawn, you want to give us a preview? Appreciate you sort of leading this project.
Yeah, just a couple of things. Of course, it's, like you said, the 25th from 4 to 9, 4 to 8, I'm sorry. Coach Adams that was here, he is going to be set up at City Fest with his book, autographing it, selling the book. So anybody that is a Coach Adams fan, please come out and at least speak to me. If it, would love for you to buy his book, but at least come and see him. And we have an art contest going on. It's with the 4 schools. The winner will win $100 each from each of the 4 schools. And thankfully, Hometown Bank donated that money to us for the sponsorship. And if you have any questions, you can contact with the elementary school. You can get in touch with Miss Harris. At Johnson, you can get in touch with Miss Lawson. At Rudd, you can get in touch with Mr. Fisher, and at the high school with Mr. Sprues. It's a patriotic contest, how well you use the colors, we're not limiting it to what you can do, whether it's a drawing, a painting. I had one of the teachers call me, was the 3D artwork acceptable? And I said, yes, as long as you can carry it, it's fine. We don't want, some huge thing, but as long as it can be carried. But each of them, if you have any questions, just go to those teachers and principals, and then we'll announce the winner on stage at City Fest.
Wonderful. Yeah, we're excited.
Who are the judges? Dawn?
Haven't picked the judges yet.
Oh, okay.
So
We would have to keep that secret.
I wanted to be Hometown Bank, but it was not good for them, so haven't got them yet.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, we're excited. And of course, the fireworks at the end.
That's right.
Don't forget. So you could even stage in the Central Pinson if you're not at City Fest. So, all right, we'll segue into, speaking of the park, movies in May. Dawn?
Yes, the five Fridays in May, we'll be having movies. The first one will be the Garfield movie at Bicentennial Park. It'll start at dusk, 7:30ish or so. The last one, I'll go ahead and say the last one is Memorial Weekend. That weekend, or that Friday night, the splash pad will open up and it'll be free from, did we set a time?
I don't think
we set a
decided
time
one.
yet, so but anyway, we'll have that, but just as a preview. But we'll have movies each Friday night in May.
And the titles, I will qualify, the titles will be dependent on licensing, especially Disney movies sometimes have some peculiar rules, but we'll do the best we can with the selections. I'm working with a license with Swank, the licensor right now. So, very good. All right, we had a great opening day at the ballpark last Saturday. Councilor Tanner and I went. I deferred the first pitch to someone more athletically capable than I am. But we had a great day. Many children and obviously their parents and guardians in the city from near and a few even far. But great first opening day at the ballpark last Saturday. May the 2nd would normally be Trade Day on Main Street, and the new Teal Tails Styling, which is the new dog groomer on the corner, to promote their business, is putting together a car show, and I believe they are trying to get prices to open for the day. So May 2nd from 9 to 2, Come visit Main Street if you're a car buff, and hopefully you'll see more of that advertised around.
Is the road gonna be closed?
No,
Okay,
no,
I
no,
was
no.
just making sure. Okay.
No, the matter of fact, we hope the road staying open will attract
Sure, absolutely.
people to stop, but I'll get that on our Facebook a little closer to time. All right, the next item is some fence repair. Some of you may remember, we had a bad storm, February 26th and 7th. It damaged about 120 feet of the rock school, 115 feet over at Bicentennial. And in addition, we need to extend down Lane Street, but doing so coordinating a gate or an opening for trailers and Christmas parades. So I would request $10,000 for fence repair and modifications. Let's see, that's Counselor Thompson.
Yes, well, I'm just gonna wing it here.
Sure.
How do you just want to say, wait a minute, let me get my little piece of paper. Offer a motion for fence repair for the Bicentennial Park. How do you say it?
That's right, Rock
State the
School.
amount,
And
$10,000.
Rock
I'm
School.
sorry, $10,000.
Second,
Second.
I'm gonna say Holt by nose there, so that will fix those two things, and then Eric and I will coordinate a little extension down Lane Street as well. Further discussion? Roll call vote on the main motion.
Counselor Thompson?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Tanner?
Yes.
Counselor Sims?
Yes.
Counselor Holt?
Yes.
Mayor Sanders?
Yes, all right, that is unanimous. The next item, and I don't know if you can advance, Eric, for the viewing public. We are working towards some signage, and this was just my first rendering to start some discussion. The first two logical places would be the Sweeney Hollow Triangle, as well as one down in at Bicentennial Park that could be multi-purpose. During pre-council, I used this just as a discussion starter. Council has given me some thoughts. So I will be back at a later meeting with some further details, dimensions, more refined quotes and so forth. I'll just go ahead and say for the two signs, I
Yeah.
think that would be logical to go ahead and get
To start
both
with.
of them at the same time. So, but I did want the public to know we are working towards some attractive monument signage, particularly where our limit will not move very much. The next item, most of you should have received a postcard in the mail today. The waste management contract starts in May, which means you will go from 3 cans down to 1 can. They will be collecting all but 1 can the last week of the month with your service. The prorated discount has already appeared in your bills. I believe $71, $2 is the
change,
current
yeah.
bill. Then the following bill should be down to about $57. In brief, everything that has been going into your 3 cans now goes into the 1 can. If you are a large household or need a second can, I provided the website and the number should be on your bill if you need to order that. But everyone will revert back to 1 can for a much better price and then a second can. I am working on some possibly some recycle options, but I don't know if any of y'all noticed, but prices at the pump have been up a little bit lately. And that is really hampering my efforts to work on that. So we, of course, have the paper recycling. I would like to add some plastic, but right now, quite frankly, it's not economically feasible for us, for someone to provide that service. We are looking, so hopefully I'll have like a central plastic solution at some point when, hopefully when fuel prices correct a little bit.
Real quick, so
Yeah, sure.
the can that's gonna remain, is it the maroon and the yellow
Well, what
top?
they said was that they would decide which they had the most of, which should be the red with the red.
Oh, okay.
But that's what they told me they would inventory and take, but, thank you, the service day, whatever your household service day has
Is
been,
limited.
will remain, which I think is Tuesday or Friday for most parts of the city. So, any rate, please, and thank you for
I'm
that.
just saying, I'm assuming that everybody needs to have their can
Yes,
out on the day.
if you do not want, do not use, go ahead and move those empty cans the last week of the month out to the street so they can be retrieved. Those take up a lot of real estate, especially at a garden home or something.
Yes.
So that last week, even if they're empty, thank you, go ahead and move them to the curb so the follow truck can collect those. Thank you for that. All right, Waste Day, this is on our Facebook. If you have paint or batteries or things like that, you may take that to, the closest one to us is Gardendale First Baptist, the 25th. So take your hazardous waste and then come see us at City Fest, right? So we've requested one like this in Pinson next year. So hopefully that will happen, but chemicals, if you have any questions, you can let us know, but anything that you might consider, household chemicals, things like that, even glass, prescriptions. They're even taking tires, okay, that's exciting. Please don't dump tires. We have an outlet for those, okay, the 25th. So please take advantage of that. And Farmers Market begins tomorrow. Now, I believe the only crop that's in is strawberries, but I always like to do my part and support the local economy with the fried pie table. So there will be other vendors and so forth, but obviously, no crops aren't here yet. That is, I should mention this, that is part of a sanctioned farmers market that is run through with the coordinator. They must provide the names and addresses of the farmers. No one is a converter. They are actually raising it themselves. And so that's part of the sanctioning process. So everything that you see is actually owner or representative grown. Nothing is resold or bought, wholesaled, things like that. So it's a great, and if you've done your part and bought something and eaten, you'll probably agree that it's very, very good fresh food. But we do have strawberries and some crafts and other things, but the crops will come a little bit later.
What is the hours of the farmer's market? Isn't it till 3? Is that?
2 to 6, I believe. 2 to 6. And I'll try to post that on the Facebook tomorrow too. Just a little side reminder, this is a 3 Thursday month, so y'all will get a break. Our next meeting will not be till May 7th. We have some very exciting things, for us at any rate, for May 7th. But just as a reminder, this is a 3 Thursday month. All right, Counselor Holt on some additional lighting.
Yes, I was wanting to offer a resolution concerning the addition of some parking lot lights at the Palmerdale Homestead Community Center and the upper parking lot at Bicentennial Park.
All
Both
right.
very much needed.
Yes, second
Second.
by Thompson. You see the kind of the shade maps there. We have used these very successfully at the ballpark. And of course, one advantage is the infrastructure. What I mean is we don't have to start digging and pulling lines and so forth. These are, and of course, they do not cost us any electricity. So this was the starting. We can always add more, but this was the starting recommendation. And if approved, we will get those ordered and installed. Further comments on the yeah, Dawn?
Did you say the amount?
$28,166 for both parking lots.
Correct.
Thank you.
Yeah. Palmerdale, we can use duals, I believe. Those will actually be 2 heads on 1 pole. But at Bicentennial, we will have to use single poles and single heads because of the design of the parking lot. So, further discussion? Roll call vote on the main resolution.
Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Walker,
Yes.
Counselor Tanner.
Yes.
Counselor Sims.
Yes.
Counselor Holt.
Yes.
Mayor Sanders.
Yes. That passes 2026-18, and Eric and I are very excited about that. So, thank you. All right, the new business, Counselor Sims on an annexation.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I would like to offer up an ordinance for annexation of property at 6470 Pinewood Drive into the city of Pinson.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Thompson. Unanimous consent to consider.
Counselor Thompson?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Tanner?
Yes.
Counselor Sims?
Yes.
Counselor Holt?
Yes.
Mayor Sanders?
Yes. Consent passes. This is one that came in, again, people appreciating the one-stop shop for inspection services. So we're glad to have the people appreciate and utilize of our, the services here that we offer. Further discussion on the main ordinance? Roll call vote on the main ordinance.
Counselor Thompson?
Yes.
Counselor Walker?
Yes.
Counselor Tanner?
Yes.
Counselor Sims?
Yes.
Counselor Holt?
Yes.
Mayor Sanders?
Yes, passes unanimously. Ordinance 2026-12.
Welcome to Pinson.
Welcome to Pinson. Thank you for that. All right, the next item is our yearly request from Class Tran. And to be brutally honest, they probably sent this before the fuel we were talking about a moment ago. But y'all are welcome to modify that if you'd like. We have been contributing $500 annually to Class Tran, which is an invaluable source for some of our elderly, handicapped, those that cannot drive or need that service to various places. So what is the, let's see, Mr. Walker had it, but, and again, whatever amount, the 500 that they requested, or if you want to do something based on our earlier comment, that's fine.
Yep, so I'll make the motion to release funds in the amount of $500 to Class Tran.
And that's the second by Thompson.
Yes, second.
All right, further, okay, my right's handled. Discussion to my left, Dawn?
Just from over the years working with them, there's always been a little bit of a controversy with them on 35126.
Yes.
And what's actually Pinson and what's not, so I think that's a fair amount.
Yeah, originally, years ago, they sent us this lengthy spreadsheet, and I forget the amount that was requested, but yes, any stop to, from, or within, most notably the Clay Community Center was tagged as Pinson, so we had, whatever, 80% of the stops were not from the city, and so any rate, we, I guess, sort of put that aside and came up with I agree, a very reasonable amount. So and some of our residents depend on that. Further discussion? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed, no. All right, that motion passes unanimously, Madam Clerk. All right, let's see. I don't see Al. Oh, Chief, come on up. Chief, if you would cover the latest, if you had not planned to, on the drought and burn restriction or warning or something. It changes slightly every day. So if you would tell us what we need to know, particularly about that hazard right now.
I sure will, say that.
Hang
It's
on,
not on.
reset the button on the top for us. There you,
Showing you, right?
oh, there you go.
Okay.
Now you're
Okay.
good. You're good.
All right, well, good evening, Mayor, Council, members of the community. Thank you for the time to talk about the fire district. And yes, you're correct, the Alabama Forestry Commission has issued a statewide fire alert because of the weather conditions, the drought, the warm temperatures, the wind, perfect conditions for wildland fires, brush fires. So Jefferson County has a no burn order this time of year till we get to the fall anyway, so you shouldn't be outside burning, but if you are outside cooking or something, be responsible. And if you spot a fire, please alert us, let us know so we can address those. I know there's a couple of burns going on around the Palmerdale area, so you may see some of those guys out right now. The month of March for the fire district as a whole, we responded to 944 incidents. 26 of those were fire, with one being structure fire. 497 of those were EMS calls and transported 335 of those. And so if I broke those total number down by city, 326 was Centerpoint, Pinson was 142, Clay was 203, and the unincorporated areas that surround us all in the fire district was 273. So that's how it breaks down. For March, we finished up our EMT license renewal for all our employees. Our new fire apparatus that we had down here on display, it is now in service. We completed our in-service training on it, so it's in service at Station 1. And then we completed our fire hydrant testing throughout the district. We have around 1,200, 1,300 fire hydrants that we are responsible for testing, making sure they're in operating order. So we get out every year and test those, clean debris and brush around it as well. And we also ask that if you in the community have a hydrant in your yard or near your yard, if you could help us throughout the summer to keep the brush and the weeds down so we can easily spot those and be able to get to them. We finished the month with 3 vacancies. We had 1 new hire that completed his recruit training at the Alabama Fire College. And that's all I got other than the fire alert that I just mentioned, so.
And you've had a very busy April, not to preempt that report. Had a
Yeah.
very busy midweek of April,
We
so.
have, and I made the mistake Monday of saying that we only had 1 structure fire last month, and we had 3 within 24 hours, so. They asked me not to say that again. But yeah, it's been a busy statewide. There's been a lot of fires, structure fires, and then now we've got the wildland fires going on as well, so it's a good time to check your fire extinguishers, check your smoke detectors. Remember that everybody's house could potentially be a fire, so.
Yeah, leaves and gutters, anything
Leaves
right
and
now is a
gutters, yeah.
flashpoint.
Everything's fuel right now, so be careful. Anything, you
Any
guys got
questions, comment, Chief?
I
Go ahead,
just,
Don.
correct me if I'm wrong, but, y'all are in a hiring state right now, correct? Y'all are hiring?
Yeah, we are always hiring. If you got some
I
good
just saw the flash come
candidates,
across my phone
yes.
and all that, and.
We do. We've got, like I said, 3 vacancies right now. We hope to be fully staffed soon, but we're always, get on our website and apply, and they'll bring you in for an interview, but we're always looking for good candidates. Yes, ma'am.
Is there an age minimum? Is it 21?
21
Okay.
is for our insurance, but 18 in the state for firefighter. You can
Okay.
be certified at 18.
Okay.
So,
Anything else from Chief?
Thanks for all y'all do.
Absolutely.
thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Absolutely.
And we'll see y'all at the Pinson City Fest coming up. too.
Yes, yes,
We will.
Be there, be square.
that's right. All right, Hal?
Good evening. Before I get started, I was told, Mayor, I need to correct you. City Fest is not May 25th, but April 25th.
I'm sorry, thank you.
So,
I agree with
a
them.
lot of people wouldn't be there, so.
Yes, thank you if I misspoke. Yes, clearly April 25th. That's what it's, I don't know, I have to review the tape, but April 25th, but read the shirt, read the shirt, right?
Bob is Bob.
Thank you,
on the
Bob.
program, so. Last month, I did 38 inspections. I did 6 stop work notices, double fees, no permits, stuff like that. Let's see, we had several homes that are still not having anything done to them from the storms because of insurance. So they're just sitting there waiting on insurance claims and stuff like that. Got Bridges of Hastings. That's underway. We've got excavation going on. So hopefully here in the next month or 2, we'll have some foundations going in. C-Store on Highway 75. It's in progress. It's, they're getting ready to do sheetrock.
Okay,
Probably Monday or Tuesday, I'll give them the okay on that if everything passes. And so, and also approved plans for some new storage units on Highway 79 down across from Hometown Bank. So, other than that, just working on stuff. Me and Chris getting the dilapidated homes, trying to get them under control. So,
yes, we have a few more coming down the pike for y'all, so,
yeah,
anyway, yeah, it's been, we've looked at a lot of
yeah. We just
ditches
took
and
out one
houses
across-
and a lot of things this
Just
week.
got one
so-
across the street, so got that one out of the way, and we might have something nice to go over there, so.
Okay, thank you. Any questions of Hal? Okay,
All
thanks,
right.
Hal.
Thank you.
Let's see, we covered Chris. Eric, did I cover everything you needed with the fence and, okay? All right, is there any public comment?
And Real
Oh, yeah,
quick,
sure.
before
Sure.
anybody comes up, I would like to shout out to Mr. James Vining for taking the
I was
initiative
about
to
Thank you.
Okay.
to come out
Yes.
and help clean the Triangle Park.
Absolutely.
Looks great out there. And I would also like to thank the mayor and staff, Jaleesa, Chris, for jumping on an issue with a resident not being able to get garbage service, even though they were annexed into the city. Y'all jumped on that, got that taken care of, and a very happy citizen, so thank y'all.
No, and yes, thank you. I was going to mention that, so, anyway, thanks. Okay, a Coke for your trouble, so we appreciate that.
And a cookie.
That was, yeah, Dawn and I had several stops that day and came by just in time to see y'all start. So, thank y'all for that. And, yeah, sometimes the county, well, the GIS, there's a delay, so thank you for letting us know that was resolved. All right, I'll need a carrier for the microphone.
While they're doing
Yeah.
that, I just wanted to kind of put out there, because over the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, we've had comments about not having playground equipment at the youth park. And while the mayor and I was there and TP, we walked around looking at a couple of possible places on putting them and all that. So maybe down the, in the future, we'll have some playground equipment.
Thank you for that. This may come as a shock, but I asked the rep if they happen to have any demo models or anything that might be a fit for that area that we have. So, thank you, Dawn. I was going to mention that. So, yes, we are looking to bring back the playground at the ballpark that would occupy some of the smaller ones or siblings. So, thank you for that
We're
reminder.
about 30 minutes, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We're about 30 minutes off from getting another one, a good deal on one, remember?
Yes, yes. Perhaps I've influenced. I thought we had a used one, but that's okay. We'll
30 minutes.
we'll move forward with maybe some demo. And of course, they install and put
Right.
in the chips or whatever we decide on. So anyway, all right, Carol Merrill.
Hey, guys. My comment is on the garbage service. Y'all want the garbage cans down at the end of the road. Our driveway, if we line up 3 garbage cans, our driveway's completely blocked. We have big county ditch on both sides of our driveway. Where are we supposed to put
Well,
those garbage
you can
cans?
put them in a single file the last week of the month. You should have gotten that postcard today.
It didn't come today.
Okay, you'll get it tomorrow probably, but
Okay.
yeah, the last week of the month, put all 3 of them single, because they're gonna have a follow truck
Oh,
to
okay.
pick up all but one.
All right.
So just get them close and they'll take care of it.
Yeah. And who do we contact if we need a second can?
You, the WM.com
that
or
card?
or the number.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Just pack it down. Just pack it down. Deetra will come help you with it.
Door number 1 or 2?
Diana.
This is Fay Moore
Yes, sir.
at 5360 Miles Springs Road. I had a question about the street lighting. How close are we to getting one on Fawcett Road?
Well, the power company is in back order. We have, I guess, a dozen or so out. Aspen Ridge is out. They are getting them, but I'll check and say, yes, yeah, but it's just, it's one of those things that supply chain is delayed. So I actually rode around, the power company has actually been sort of internally auditing. They actually sent a rep. That was one of my field trips last week, is we went around and looked at every light that is on our bill to make sure it was A, there, B, working, what style it was. So we're actually, any that are not LED is part of this process, but they're just short on the material right now, is the short answer. Okay?
And would also like, you'd like to tell, a lot of the parking lot, a lot of the, commercial spaces are repairing some of their lights.
Yes, we, you might have noticed, Mission Possible has reworked their lightings. Just happy about that, especially with the upcoming festival. Butterbean Days, don't forget that. It'll be here before you know it. Already having great planning with North Jefferson Chamber, so very excited about that. So anyway, any other public comment? Going once? Counselor Walker?
Make a motion to adjourn?
Is there a second?
Second.
By Thompson. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. We're adjourned at 7:40, and we will see y'all May the 7th for several.